What's up, North County? I'm your host, Randy Doty, and today we are talking Sheriff Rodeo this Saturday with Glen and Cali McWilliams from Premier Ag. Welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Yeah, so we've got something awesome coming this year to the Sheriff Rodeo. So tell me about it.
Go for it.
So the Sheriff Rodeo is bringing bull riding to the rodeo this year. We're helping put on the whole bull riding side of it. We got all the riders, all the bulls. And then Alex, my brother, is coming in from Texas with one of his friends to fight. So it's going to be an exciting time.
Very cool. And you guys have kind of been in that world for a long, long time, right?
We've been doing this for quite a while now. I do want to give a shout out to a couple guys. I mean, like the guy that's coming with Alex is just fought the Velocity Tour World Finals last weekend. So he's a legit bullfighter. We've got a couple stock contractors coming with us that travel the PBR series all the time. Hawkins Buck and Bulls Pasillas Cattle. So they're going to come down and help us. So it's just not our bulls. There's a few of us that are got together, put our heads together and to make this the best event that we can.
So what does that mean when you say Velocity Tour? You know, tell me what that means.
The Velocity Tour is a PBR. It's the tour that you have to go through to get points or to win an event to get to the top series, which is the Unleash the Beast. So there's a group of riders that ride that tour, and their goal is to get on the top level. So this weekend, it's going to be really cool. We've got 8 or 9 riders that ride that tour. So the guys coming in this weekend, they've got some qualifications. And they're good. They're good guys, and that's what their goal is, to get to that top level.
And the bull riding in Paso at the Paso Robles Event Center hasn't been in a while, huh? Right?
No, I mean Flying U does theirs during the fair, but other than that, there hasn't been anything for quite a while. So.
Huh. And I mean, what's the average weight of a bull?
I don't know. I'm going to say if it's a younger one, I'm going to say 15 to 1,800 is the average weight.
Now, you rode bulls, right?
I did not ride bulls.
You did not ride bulls.
I got the bug a few years ago, and we just went for it. And then my son got into bullfighting, and we haul around to the PBRs, we haul around to the competition series, and so.
That's incredible. So I've had Alex on here before,
right?
And talking to him, it's like, why do you want to fight bulls? And the funny story is, he tells me that he was on the back of the couch and jumped on your back or Grandpa's back or somebody's back, and he just he likes jumping on things.
What's interesting too is he wanted to get into it. But we had hauled bulls to the PBR in Arizona and met Frank Newsom, who was the rock star at that time, and he looks at me and says, "Hey, does your son want to fight bulls?" And he had a school, and so we're like, okay, that was the start. So we flew back to Oklahoma to go to his school. The funny thing is the first day in the arena, Alex was scared to death. And in fact, the guy that trained Frank Newsom, he come up to me afterwards. He goes, "If you let me work with him, I think I can get him where he's not so scared." And he worked with him all the next day, and that was the weekend of the bug, and he was 13 or 14.
13.
Oh my goodness.
From there, basically not homeschool, but dropped out of school or the independent study and rodeoed, and that
Started
was the
doing
start.
that.
Yeah.
So Cali, what do you think about your brother? He's a world champion,
Right.
How cool is that, for one? And for two, how do you feel like when your brother's out there in the ring, the arena, doing that?
It's definitely nerve-wracking, especially in the freestyle side, because it's just man versus bull. But I know he's trained and he has all the things, and it's kind of, you give it to God and let him do his thing, and that's about it. Just watch him and be excited for him when he succeeds.
Now, and you also compete too. So yes. You compete in what event?
I do the barrel racing.
Okay, and then you just came back from the World Finals, right?
Yes, the BBR World Finals in Oklahoma City. So we qualified for that throughout the year, and then they just held their finals It was a lot of fun. We went back there. I placed in one of the qualifying rounds, so that gave me a race in the short go. And so we competed in the short go on Saturday and had some success, and it was a good experience, and I'm excited to do it next year.
Very good. And are you going to be running this weekend?
No, not this weekend. No, but I'll be flanking the bulls this weekend that we have there.
Yeah,
She can't ride this weekend because she's got to flank and Alex got to fight, and we got to.
It's a family
bull
affair.
riding.
Family affair, yeah.
So no fun for the family this weekend. We got work to do.
No, it's absolutely fun. It'll be a blast. It'll be fun, and that's what we love to do. So,
and so with the bulls out this weekend, so how is it going to be set up with the bulls? Are they going to be on the same side as where, like, say for team roping, or are they going to be on the same side, or how's the layout?
no, the team roping will be on the opposite side, and so they'll be on opposite sides of each other. And so from what I can gather, what I know at this point, they'll do some events. We'll do a section of bulls. They'll do the barrel racing, and then we'll finish up the performance with the last section of bulls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the bulls tend to be like, that's the highlight, right?
Usually in every rodeo, it's the end event. So we'll just have it at the end. And then, with a lot going on at the rodeo and some pin potential constrictions, it was just easier for us to do like two sections, do a section and then run some barrels and then do another section.
That's awesome. So tell me about raising the bulls, because you raise the bulls also, right?
Do.
For what you're doing this weekend?
Right.
So what kind of success have you had with that?
We've had a couple bulls that went to the finals and as a competition, and Cali won on a junior competition, won the world championship. I think it was 2019, the same year Alex won his deal.
Wait, you ride bulls too?
No, so I compete with like the 2-year-olds, so you can start bucking them as like yearlings or 2-year-olds, and they have what they call futurities. So for young bulls, they put like a dummy on the back, and then it's just like a weight basically, and then they buck as young bulls, and then they progress to get riders on them.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's like a 2-year-old, 3-year-old class with a dummy on the back, and then it's the rider class. And so there's a whole competition series that goes through there, which we've been involved with for a long, long time. And so, the goal is to you haul them to these competition series, you see if they're any good, and hopefully the end goal is they'll get on tour with the PBR.
So you're raising these bulls to first go out and just buck, by themselves with some sort of unit or whatever, and then you put a dummy on there.
Yep.
And then so it's like this progression.
Right.
And so you guys are following this and going, hey, that's a really good bull, turns, bucks high, whatever it may be. And I mean, is there just some of those bulls that you're just like, they just don't cut it? We just got to.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you look at, I don't know the percentage, but the percentage that will actually win a competition and go all the way up to the PBR level is very, very, very small. But yeah, when they come out, and within the first 2 or 3, we call them trips or times you buck them, you'll know if they've got some success for them. So we buy a lot of bulls. We do raise some. We did just purchase an arena in Texas, so Alex will be running that. So we have a full bucking shoots and set up in Texas, and got some cows back there now, and that's what he does back there. So we just thought, we'll have our fun out here, and Alex can have a little bit going on back there, and then we'll just see where this thing ends up.
So is it Premier Ag back there too?
Yes.
Premier Ag Texas?
Yes. So we'll have the arena, and then we have a warehouse, and so we will be marketing some products back there. Not quite yet, but that is in the future.
So tell me about what you have here. You have Premier Ag, Western feed store, right? So tell me about that.
You want to go or you want me? No. So we sell hay to other feed stores also, and products to other feed stores. So we have the feed store. We grow our own hay. We have a cattle operation, the bull operation, all kinds of feed, all kinds of supplements, all kinds of Western gear.
A boutique. Custom hat shaping.
Custom hat shaping.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We have the other side of the company is We do custom hay work, so cut, bale, stack hay. We have a fertilizer company, soil amendment spreading. So sort of go statewide.
And you guys deliver all over the place. You guys have, what, 3 or 4 trucks that you guys are delivering. So what's your range?
I would say the whole state of California, but we bring hay in from Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Arizona. But for us to really deliver is California, and then we've got some opportunities, so we'll be shipping some hay to Texas here in I'm hoping the next couple months we'll get that thing kicked off.
And what's the difference you feel from California rodeoing to rodeoing in Texas?
I would say rodeoing in Texas is definitely more like widespread and bigger, and there's a lot more events. But California does have several huge events here, local.
And now, will you be going back there? Will you guys be holding events there at the arena?
No, what it's going to start out as, I mean, who knows where it'll end up, but what it's going to start out as it's just a place so that as we get our animals and our bulls back there, we just have a place to work them and buck them there.
So that will be kind of like your primary area where you guys are housing the bulls and training them and raising them?
It'll be a part of it. We'll still do it here. But it was just an opportunity that came up back there. Alex is back there. He runs a bucking bull operation back there. And so it was just an opportunity that came up that we thought, you know what, well, why not? And just have something going on back there here. And who knows? It's, like I said, that to raise a really, really good bucking bull, I mean, they're few and far between. And so the opportunity was there. We jumped on it and we thought, you know what, we'll just see what happens.
I mean, we all hear the song, Red Rock, right?
Oh, yeah.
With the famous, Lane Frost.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sure that you have crossed ties with family and members of that family.
Actually, the interesting story is Frank Newsom's bullfighting schools were on Lane Frost's mom and dad's place. And so one of the deals, so for 4 or 5 years, Alex would go to the school, this bullfighting school. One of the days, we actually would tour Lane Frost's bedroom, and it's still the way it was from the day he passed away in that arena. And so we were on there. So Elsie and Clyde is his mom and dad, and they were there. And so, yeah, we sat in the shade all afternoons just visiting with Lane Frost's mom and dad. And there's some cousins that ride on tour. So Alex has now got to be in the arena bullfighting on the PBR level as Josh Frost and those guys have ridden and got to protect them. So it's sort of a cool little story.
Now, Glenn, do you think Alex is a little crazy for wanting to fight bulls? I mean, do you do that? Have you done that?
No, I thought I was tough a couple times. Like when we had some fighting bulls at the house and he would go out there and fight. So I'd put on the vest just in case he went down. And no, I don't think I'd ever do it. I mean, one time he got caught a little bit and I thought I was going to go in and make a save. And I bailed out the last minute. I couldn't do it. And they harassed me about that all the time. Like, I thought I was cool until I wasn't, but yeah, he's crazy.
I mean, that is just crazy. I mean, Callie, would you do that?
No.
Is there any girls that do any of that kind of stuff?
I know of one that rides bulls, but I don't know of any girl that fights bulls, no.
Well, and then Alex got hurt, right?
I think it's not if you get hurt, it's when you get hurt. So yeah, he's broken his neck, just broke his arm maybe 6-8 weeks ago at a PBR, and just tucked it up next to him and kept fighting and fought the short go and took 2 weeks off, put a cast on it and kept fighting. So yeah, we've been in the Reno hauling him out when he's broken his leg, internal injuries in Reno, going to the hospital. And it's not if you're going to get hurt, it's when you're going to get hurt.
I mean, because it's funny because when we had him on here, he said that, just like any athlete, I mean, these guys are athletes. These guys are, I mean, you have to, train, it's not just going, I'm going to go out there and run around. The bull's going to try to, I mean, you literally have to train. He said that he had to, really focus and study the bulls beforehand, because bulls will do, have their own ways, to where they can, they'll turn, like this bull's known for, can turn left, but not as, not so much to the right and stuff like that. But then when he jumps over them, I mean, that's why.
Yeah. There's a big art to just being able to read cattle, read bulls, and anticipate or try to anticipate what's going to happen. Yeah, it's crazy.
So coming this weekend, we have professional bull riders that are on the Velocity Tour.
Yep.
Right. And we have bulls from your stock, right? So tell me about a bull, one of your bulls that's going to be there this weekend. Is there a bull that's going to be part of this this event that you're like betting on the bull?
Yeah, that bull that you actually posted last night, that white bull, that's a double aught bull we got out of Mississippi. We shipped him all the way from Mississippi as a baby. Did okay in the competition series, and then now he's a rider bull. He's my pick of the pin. I think he'll do really good. But like I said, I want to give a shout out to everybody. We've got a lot of guys coming to help out. We've got those other 2 stock contractors. I mean, just to get Austin Ashley and those guys out to fight bulls here, I mean, to me, that's pretty cool. You got a World Finals bullfighter coming. That when I called them and said, hey, you guys want to come fight the Sheriffs Rodeo for us and be a part of what I think the sheriffs are doing, I think it's a really cool event. They were all on. Stock contractors heard, they were in, the riders were in. So shout out to the Sheriff's Department. I think it's going to be a really cool event. There's a lot of guys that are really excited to come, and a lot of guys that wanted to be a part of it. And so there's some good riders. There's some really good bulls. There's some good bullfighters coming. It's going to be fun.
Well, I mean, not only with the bulls, but you also have the steer wrestlers. You have Bear Pasco, coming here, professional steer wrestling. You have the full, barrel racing. You got, this event this is the second year. In my mind and opinion, it's kind of evolving quickly and could turn into something really, really massive.
It is. I think it's sold out. Last year, they had a couple sections that didn't fill. I think it's going to be sold out. I talked to Chad yesterday. The qualifier series for the barrel racing and the team roping had a whole bunch of teams, a whole bunch of barrel racers trying to get in. I don't know what they took in. I don't know the number, but I think barrels had 80 or 100 girls trying to qualify to come in. That's huge. And so You see the talent pool that's trying to get in, trying to make it there. And I think they've done a fantastic job. I think from a standpoint of the show's going to be cool. The crowd's going to be good. The concert. I think it's gaining a life and momentum of its own. I think it's the runway for what it can do is huge.
So aside from the bulls, obviously that's your favorite, but do you have a favorite event?
I have to say barrel race.
Right? Put them on the spot.
Yeah, I had to think about that one. Yeah, barrels are my next one. That's the next one I follow because Cali's in it.
And that's another question too. Some horses turn right better than turn left, right?
Right. Yeah.
And what about how's your horse?
I take him to the left first, so he turns 2 right turns. He can go both ways. I can ride him better when he goes to the left first. So but it's totally up to the horse when they decide, like as a young horse, if they can make right turns or left turns better. It just decides which way you go first.
And Cali, what is your goals? Where do you want to go with rodeo? What's your plans?
Put me on the spot. I obviously want to go qualify for the BBR World Finals again next year. Hopefully I want to place. There's divisions for the World Finals, that like region, so I want to place in our region for that, hopefully, and I want to go back and make the short go again and then kind of just see where it takes me from there. But this year I would say my big focus is qualifying again for the BBR and then hopefully placing in the BBR World Finals in the region.
And obviously you guys go and participate
we all try to make as many events as possible with having Premier Ag going. I didn't make the BBR finals. Annie, my wife, went. She's the one that behind the scenes that makes everything happen. But we try to, as like the big bullfights, the big races, it's a family deal. So we try the best of our ability, and sometimes we're all there and sometimes
Awesome.
we're not all there. So
Cali, one last time, give me a little plug for Premier Ag hours. How do they reach you? Website, shopping online, all that stuff.
So Premier Ag is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturdays, 8 to 2. We have Instagram, Facebook. You can reach us. It's Premier Ag. There's a website. It's just premierag.com. .net. And there's all those outlets, and you can message us, email us, call us.
We ship worldwide.
Yeah, we ship worldwide.
There you go. Awesome. Glenn,
Thank you.
thanks for
Mr.
coming
Randy.
on. Cali, appreciate it. Really looking forward to the rodeo. I mean, it's game time. This is Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, let's go. It's going to be fun.
It's game time.
Yeah.
So awesome, guys. Thanks for coming in and sharing the story, and appreciate what you guys are doing for the Sheriff Rodeo, because we all support what the sheriffs are doing and why they're here and what they're doing it for.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate you
100%.
guys.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, guys. Make sure you guys get out there this weekend, this Saturday, from 6 to 11. You have the Sheriffs Rodeo going down, and you have the bulls. You have bullfighting. You have world champion Alex McWilliams going to be there. I mean, you do not want to miss this, guys. It's going to be a great event, and get down there to Premier Ag. Make sure you get all your swag, looking good at the rodeo. But guys, as always, we can't do this without our sponsors. We'd like to thank Escalar Wines, Wine Travelers Hideaway, Rancho Sestero Meat Cutting, Visit Atascadero, 805 Customs, Story Termite and Pest Control, El Red Rooster, Pacific 805 Spas, Airflow Filter Services, Kennedy Club Fitness, Amy and Jamie's Place, Paso Robles Furniture, and now 5-Star Rain Gutters, guys. Thanks again. We will see you at the rodeo.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Veux-tu danser avec moi? Hi, welcome to Kennedy Club Fitness, where we have something for everyone. We have weights, cardio, group exercise classes, racquetball, basketball, swimming, and pickleball coming soon. Here at Kennedy, we're committed to health, wellness, and community. Stop by any of our 4 locations: Paso Robles, Atascadero, San Luis Obispo, and Arroyo Grande, or check out our website at kennedyclubs.com.
We don't just serve it up, we roast it, distill it, brew it, craft it, crank it, bake it, make it, perfect it, cure it, paint it, live it, breathe it, and then we serve it up, all in Atascadero.
Hi, this is Dave Story, small game hunter with Story Termite and Pest. We're a full-service termite and pest control company. From rodents to termites, we can take care of all your pest control needs. Call today. We can tailor a pest control program that will meet your needs and budget. Contact us at 805-460-0650 or at storytermite.com. Remember, we don't have customers, we have friends.